It's time to strap in and get ready. The leaders in AFL Supercoach are incoming, helping you win your leagues and climb up the rankings. You're now listening to the Insight AFL Show with your hosts, Big Horse and Skiddy.
G'day and welcome to the Insight AFL Show. I'm your host, the Supercoach Big Horse. It is fucking cold here in Victoria. And with me tonight, Jake. How are you, mate?
I'm going well, Horsey. I'm better now that I've seen your beautiful face and I've seen chat. So hello to everyone in chat. We've had a lovely weekend of football, Horse. But
yes,
as some people may know, it's Monday. We don't normally do this show on Monday because we got a very special happy birthday to the little calf himself, your son.
Yes, my little boy Harry, he turned 4 yesterday. So apologies to those who were hanging out for our podcast yesterday. I was tied up with family doing the cake thing. He got his new bike, so we wanted to take that for a bit of a ride down to the local skate park. And yeah, the joy on his face said it all, mate. So here we are tonight, going to discuss everything that happened in round 21, a few key injuries too that we're going to get through. There's a very special cone of the week this week, but we're not going to give anything away until we get into the guts of the show. So if you haven't yet, I don't know why, but please hit like, subscribe, and the bell. Be a triple banger. Share it, thumbs up, do all that sort of stuff. We love it. Also, if you're not yet, jump in our Discord. It is free. So just jump in. Talk to other like-minded people in there. We set up game threads every game. You can share your thoughts, what you feel is going on with the game, and all good things AFL Supercoach, or even just AFL in general.
Bloody oath.
Skiddy.
Yes.
Straight into it this week, mate. We actually have a winner of the Squeeze of the Week.
Yes. Horse squeeze of the week this week, the easiest competition that you ever have to do to win anything in any prize ever. And our man, Chris Bojangles from the Discord, has nailed Marcus Bontempelli. Bont goes for 182. Chris goes with Bont 175. Bada bing, bada boom. Chris, all you got to do is DM either myself or Horse, and you get a prize pack courtesy of our day ones, the standard squeeze hat. 4-in-1. It's just, mate, it's just that easy, and he's done it.
No, yeah, he absolutely nailed it, mate. And poor Ian Johnson, I think he thought he had it, but he was 170, wasn't he? And Chris Bojangles was 175. So
Ian tried to tell me that his finger slipped and that Chris copied him. But to my knowledge, Chris was closest, and that's the way the game's played. 7 off. That's pretty good, Horse.
Nah, it's all right. Yeah, well, only 5 or 7 off. Yeah, you're right. So we're going to open it up again this week, mate. And you know what? I'm going to add a little something extra to the squeeze of the week. If someone nails it and gets spot on, as in the player and the number, I'm going to throw in an item of their choice from our Insight Fantasy Sports store. You'll find our store in the description down below. So if you nail the number and the player's name, you'll get something a little extra from the guys here at Insight Fantasy Sports.
That's ballsy. I like it.
Yeah. Got to add a little something for the business end of the year, don't we, mate?
Well, no, Horse. I reckon that's an absolute banging, ripping job that you've come up with there. And then that means they could even get, they could get a lot of things, Horse, from that web store. Because I'll tell you what, our web store is pretty bloody good. If you ask me, we've got these bad boys here, where the stubby cooler, hat, beanie, t-shirt, jumper. Or if you're smart, and you should be smart, and you're not weak as piss, buy our merch.
That's right. Did you know, for those people at home, the number one selling piece of merchandise that we have from our store right now is Skiddy's Weak as Piss Be Better jumpers. So if you want to be part of the new cult that's getting around Australia, get amongst it.
It's honestly not even close as well. It's selling like wildfire.
That's bloody fantastic, mate. But you know what else sells like wildfire? And it's the products over at the Standard Squeeze who have been with us since day one. Are you sick of breaking glass bottles, your beer going warm, or your coffee going cold? The Standard Squeeze have everything you need to drink responsibly, but also conveniently. The Standard Squeeze products are made from food-grade quality plastic, so you can measure the perfect pour. You can go to the website, thestandardsqueeze.com, and use the code IFS15 to get yourself 15% off everything in store. Now, mate, the first game of the week was a bit of a shellacking, wasn't it? With Melbourne being smacked by the Western Bulldogs, who are firmly coming into premiership contention now.
Yeah, mate. I mean, look, that was a bloody brilliant game by the Doggies. They were just phenomenal from the onset outwards. It was, smashing. And look, what else can we say besides the absolute masterpiece that it was from Marcus Bontempelli? He has done it again. 182. Beautiful for those that VC'd him, which just seemed like such an obvious choice now that we're thinking about it. Everyone started to try and do these, sideways ones, but no, it was just Bont that does it again. 33, 2 goals, 16 score involvements, Horse.
Mm-hmm.
My God, is he that good? But
the only thing that would be better than him would be Deadly on a basketball court.
Oh, damn. Okay, I think that is actually a very good correlation you've brought there, Horse.
Yeah.
Well done there. But how about Adzi Treloar in his 250th? Well done to him, because that was a blinder.
He was awesome. 149 Supercoach points in his 250, 30 touches, 2 goals. He has been absolutely on fire lately. And his hamstrings have held up this year, mate. So good on him. And hopefully they can continue to get him through till the end of the year. Daily Bale, as you said earlier in the year, mate. 126 Supercoach points, 34 touches, and just loves Marvel, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, mate. Marvel is just a half-backer's dream. Daily Bale, the Wang, these kind of players just absolutely thrive at Marvel Stadium. Tingles, I thought he played okay. It just didn't reflect that well in Supercoach, but I thought he was all right. 28 hitouts, 102 Supercoach points, 1 goal, 2 would have been nice, but we expect a bit better from him, but that's all right. And then Libba, subbed on 94, Horse. Not what we want to see.
No, not at all. But he sort of went out of calculations after he had that concussion issue, and
correct.
We all got off him anyway. So that's it for the Dogs for this evening. The D's, mate. Yeah. Mac Vaughan, who did not train today. He was a no-show at training today, but I feel like they're just going to manage him through to the end of the year. 130 Supercoach points, 44 hitouts, 23 touches. Do I think he's a risk to sit out with his ankle? I don't think so.
I'm on the other side of the fence, Horse. I think he is.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If Maxi Gawn doesn't ruck, who rucks for Melbourne?
Yeah, it's Tom Fullerton, and that's not great. But
what did Goodwin say about Tom Fullerton 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that he's not ready at all, even in the slightest. But I think that there is a point to be made that Melbourne know that they cannot get to finals, so they cannot win the flag. So Q is now in the rack. Gawn has still got this ankle problem. He keeps saying that he's fine. He's not fine. He's not the explosive, dynamic Gawn that we all see and love. Why would you keep playing him? Sit him out. He's older. He's big. Ankle injuries do affect big guys more often. I think it's just what we got to go with, Horse. I think he rests.
And another thing that we've got to bring into consideration too, mate, is more and more times these days, it was very rarely done in years gone by, but it's become very prevalent these days that there's a games contract or a games clause in how many senior games people play in order to get a guaranteed extension or to get X amount of money or to get bonus money or what have you for the year. And given that Gawn's already missed 2 or 3 games this year, there may be a chance that if he had to play 20 games for the year to trigger a clause, that he may get through.
Yeah, I can agree with that, mate. But he's the captain of the club.
Mm-hmm.
He always puts what's best for the club first. And I think he's going to go, look, I'm not at 100%. Let's just do it. Petrarca's not there either. Just either roll out Fullerton or go with Petty and Van Ruin like they had been doing. I think that's the way to go there. Horse Ian wants to know, is Chesser and Fullerton a buy?
No. And yes.
I would have thought so, but that's all right. Anyone else with the Ds that you like?
No, not really. I mean, Rivers got 90, Clary got 75, but no.
Yuck. Let's move along to West Coast versus Gold Coast, and the West Coast is better than the Gold Coast because Gold Coast shit the bed away from home again. Horse, that is now, I think it's 18 months since the last time they won an away game, the Gold Coast Suns, which was against West Coast in Perth.
Mm-hmm.
and they shit the bed here again today, this weekend, because lose by 10 points to West Coast, and they were up. They were controlled of that game, Horse, and then they shit it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm off them this year now. They were the podcast team, but not now.
Nah, flag mantle, baby.
There's only one team that can beat Flag Mantle, and we'll get into that later on. Puddin' McGovern. Jeremy McGovern, 125 Supercoach points from 21 touches. He was pretty good down back, wasn't he? For someone that's come back from a nasty rib injury, he looked in control down there.
Yeah, he looked really, really bloody good. And my favorite thing that for Jezza is that he's not like he can be defensive, but he's also really good by foot, so he can be that intercept player, but he'll also be happy to use it out of halfback. That's why he's such a good for Supercoach, not like Darcy Moore, who's way more lockdown. Elliot, I thought Yowie was bloody great. 119 Supercoach points with 26 disposals and 6 tackles. Tackles are a little bit down, but that's all right. He still did what he had to do by ball, so I'm good with that. And he really stepped up when the Eagles needed it. I'm really impressed with the Eagles halfback, and especially in this game, Horse. I've been quietly watching how Ruben Jimby has been going along off of halfback after he got that role change probably about, 5-6 weeks ago. I think he's got the body for it. The kicking was the query. It's getting better. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jimby, and I think if he gets defender eligibility next year, I like him way more than a Alex Witherden or a Jaden Hunt from the Eagles. I think he could
100%.
genuinely be a player if he's around about that 300, 350 mark next year.
Okay. Someone else that was across halfback that kicked a goal towards the end of the game.
Oh, the game sealer. Duggan
kicked a goal. Duggan nearly won it for West Coast.
Bloody hope he did. That was a great captain's goal by Duggan.
Yeah. Harley Reid, no good.
No, well, look, 66 Supercoach points. And I was listening to The Rub on Saturday. Damien Barrett said that Harley Reid should have got 3 votes. I don't know what the fuck game he was watching. He had 3 kicks and 14 handballs. I know he brushed a couple of people off. But you watching that, there's no way that Harley Reid played a better game than Elliot or Liam Duggan. It just wasn't. But either way, that's all right. He needs to be better, but we're more than happy with him being down for Supercoach. 7 frees against. Killed Harley. You're right there, Corey. But, still, Supercoach points were down. And he only had 3 kicks. Needs to be more than that. But it's good because the lower his Supercoach points means the cheaper he's going to be for us next year, Horse. 100%. What do you like about the Gold Coast Suns, Horse?
I'll start with what I don't like. And it's the fact that our man, the Diddley, the scoring streak is over. It's done.
Oh, no. It hurts.
It's all done. Yeah. So, Diddley, what are you doing?
Horse, he only had 1 disposal in the last quarter. He was on 90 at 3/4 time.
No good.
It hurts.
Which was pretty good. 161 Supercoach points, 53 hitouts, 21 touches and a goal. That's because he went against Bailey Williams. Now, how many times does this man's name get said?
Matt Rowell, Horse.
Oi, he's back.
He's back. Hey, mate. Hey, that is 122 Supercoach points. And I did say if he scored over 120, I'm bringing back his mantra of 3. He did bloody well. 30 disposals, 9 tackles from the forward pocket, as Dimmer said. So thank you very much for that, Dimmer, because he's obviously playing better as a forward pocket. And, happy with that from Matt Rowell. He'll probably turn to shit next week.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anderson, he scored more than what he usually does away from home, but still only 93 Supercoach points, 30 touches and a goal. But you know what? There's no one else from the Gold Coast that I'm really that interested in, mate, because I want to rush into this next game because North won against the Tigers.
We've done it. Flag roos. We're not spoon roos.
No.
I'm bloody happy about it, Horse. I was at the game, and I'm not going to lie to you. It has been a long, long time. I think since we belted Carlton by 70 points 3 years ago. That's the only time I've heard a North Melbourne crowd louder than the opposition. And we were there in numbers.
That's awesome.
It was genuinely good to see. Just a couple of quick ones. Congratulations, Jackson Archer, Rising Star nom this week. Well deserved.
He's been really good the last 6-7 weeks.
I can't believe he didn't get the Rising Star nom when he locked down Bailey Fritsch and put him in his back pocket with his keys and wallet.
Yep. It was really good.
And also, too, did you see that mark from Zane Dersma?
That was huge.
Oh, my God. He nearly jumped over Noah Bolter.
Yeah. He just needs to learn to do something else for the game.
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? But he's done bloody well. And I see Jasper, he said Dersma mark of the year. No way. I think he's third. Third for me.
Hang on. Who's this?
Welcome.
Coming on, bowling, left arm off spin.
India's finest, baby. You know it. Anyway, no, I still got Bobby Hill number 1, Jamie Elliott 2, then Durs.
Yeah,
I'm pretty comfortable with that.
You know what? North are going to be very Supercoach relevant next year.
Oh shit, yeah, absolutely, they are, mate.
And I'm going to reel you off 4 names as to. Actually, I'm going to give you 5. One of them didn't play tonight, but they're all for me going to. Oh, sorry, it's on Saturday. They're all going to be very Supercoach relevant, and they are the Spectrum. I think he's going to continue to be one of the top 2 or 3 ruckmen next year, just with the way he's going about it. That helmet has given him superpowers this year. I'm nearly ready to drop the Spectrum nickname. 144 Supercoach points, 20 touches, 10 tackles, 45 hit-outs. And that was against Nank. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, that was an absolute banger of a game by Tristan McSherry. I know that there is talk that he could be in AA contention. I don't know if I'm putting him that high, but it's nice to hear him around the mark, which is good. You are?
Yep.
So above who? Gorn or Grundy?
I reckon the way that he's played the last month, he's nearly above both. Grundy's tired and Grawn's been gone. He's gone. He's been hurt. So
yeah, I can see a lot of like Gorn injured kind of statements about it, but I still think Gorn's probably the best and deserves to be in there. Would I put X in there as well? I think he's around the mark for me with it'd be either him, Grundy, or Oscar McInerney. I think has been unbelievable from an actual footy sense this year.
Do you want to know when this really good run started for the Spectrum?
When was that?
And it wasn't even a mark or a kick. It was that. Remember that rundown that he did of Luke
Liam Ryan.
Liam Ryan.
Yeah.
At West Coast, and sort of he chased a little on ball of bloody 70 meters, didn't tackle him, but just put enough pressure on to mess up the kick, and everyone was all about it. And it's since then that he's just gone.
Yep. See, I can agree with that as well. But obviously, as anyone that's seen me talk on this show, I think that I've been saying the whole year, Tristan Xeri's tackle pressure has been amazing. The only thing that he needed to do was fix up his ruck work. And it was after that West Coast game is when he actually started to doing it. And now he's actually at a stage where he is. Do you see that tap down he did to LDU who broke through from the 50 and slotted that goal? That's what we want to see from him. That was beautiful. So he's actually starting to do it. And that's against Nank. So I'm happy there. Speaking of LDU, 33, 3 goals, the highest the highest champion data ranking player for this round, Horse, was LDU comfortably as well. Unbelievable game, 141 Supercoach points. Bang on the money. Love to see that. She's got Horse. 29 disposals, which means how close is he to breaking the record?
He needs 55 touches in 3 weeks.
Woo!
Who do they play this week?
Dogs, Hawks.
He plays Eagles this week.
Yeah.
He'll get the record this week. And then we've got McKercher. So he got a shitload of the ton of the pill on the back line, 103 Supercoach points from 31 touches. They're 4, and they're the 4 I'm keeping an eye on next year. The other one is going to be Georgie Wardlaw.
Love that.
And someone who I anticipate will get to North Melbourne will be Bergman from Port Adelaide.
Really? To play with his brother?
Yep. And they'll be all about his ball use off the back line, and that will mean Fisher will be irrelevant again.
Love that. And anytime that we don't need to see Jaden Stevenson playing off of halfback, I will 100% take it, even though really bloody good second half.
Yeah. Who's she?
You know the name. 5 years, baby. We give those. For the Tigers, Horse. Nank, 150. unbelievably good game. 16 disposals, 11 tackles, and 35 hitouts. He was awesome. Horse, if you were looking, like if you were not solid with Max Gawn and you're worried about the ankle, I mean, Christian McSherry, great option. Nankervis, not a bad option either. He has the Hawks and the Saints in the next two.
Yep. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. I mean, he's been unbelievable, Nankervis. So
yep. Taranto was better in this one. 107 Supercoach points, 27 touches, 8 tackles. I'm still not buying it.
Do you feel bad for him and Hopper, or do you just sit there and go, suck shit?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
So I go, you went to one of the best teams, and now they're shit. So
they probably chose Richmond on a promise, and then Dimmer left. So I don't feel like it's all their fault.
Yep, I can see that too. Yep, absolutely. Baker, he's going to look good for West Coast next year. He played a really bloody good game, in fairness. And unlike Shai Bolton, though, who is probably going to go to one of the Western Australian teams, but he looked shithouse, disinterested, and could not have given us stuff.
You're right. And you know what? It's only denting his value.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, one of the more cracking games of the round, mate, Geelong and Adelaide. That was really good down there, wasn't it? Geelong winning by 5 points.
Yeah, Jeremy Cameron versus the Crom, and Jezza won. He was unbelievable in this game if you didn't watch it. Love to see that. But also, too, midfield Stewart Horse. He's done it again. 120 Supercoach points, 28 disposals. Mate, he has been unbelievably good since he went into the midfield. Yeah,
and for those of you that are in our Discord, I've done some research, and he is 0.5% away from getting midfield defender dual position status to start Supercoach next year.
Oh, saucy. How good's that? Horse, Jeremy Cameron with a lazy 617 Supercoach points. That goes a long way to our bolter bet of who's going to get finished better with Jezza and Kerno. And stick around because Kerno is shit this week. So love that. He absolutely took the piss over the Crom. Some of those goals he was kicking was unbelievable. Maxi Holmes, though, that was a bit of a downer, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. 69 Supercoach points. Dinner for 2. 20 touches, but just a down game. He'll be fine. Yep. Sam De Koning, ever since he's moved back into defence, hate it. Moved him on. No good.
Yep. And he's injured too now. Oh, well, maybe. Apparently.
I think he misses this week. Like 2 weeks in a row, he's gone off hurt.
Again, it's another big guy with a lower leg injury, and he had that knee taped. And then Chris Scott said, no, he could have gone back out there. You wouldn't have risked him. Like, nah. But either way. Crom, Horse, we got halfback Laird. No CBAs, 109 Supercoach points, 29 disposals. Love that. Too late now. Spilling.
Yeah, very much too late, but hopefully it stays, and then he stays there for next year too. That'd be really good.
Awesome.
Ben Keys continues to turn up, 109 Supercoach points, 18 touches, 9 tackles. He's been really good, but Rankin's back this week.
Yep.
Dawson, 98 Supercoach points, 27 touches. He just hasn't been there this year, has he, mate?
No, mate, it just has not been his year. And this has been one where Crouch Potato has been up and down. Laird's been moved out. And, yeah, it's just hasn't been Dawson's year, unfortunately. And then we also see the Crouch Potato. He actually wasn't too bad, Horse. I'm not going to lie to you. He did some good things by foot, which was amazing. 86 Supercoach points, 26 disposals, subbed out late. So could have kept going as well, but I wasn't overly pissed off with his game. So he's growing, Horse, which is good.
Good.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next game. Port Adelaide versus the Bye. Port absolutely smashed the Bye by 112 points. Pretty nice of the AFL to give Port Adelaide a bye in round 21, but you know, that's just that non-Victorian help there, Horse. So that's okay. They were up 70-0. They won by 112.
That's nuts,
this was just ridiculous. Horse. I had to check to make sure that the app wasn't lying to me about 3 times. The boys were saying it. Hey, look, Port are up by 50 points here. I'm just like, what the hell's going on here?
What is going on here?
Yeah. So, what did you like from Port Adelaide? We can't take much away from this game, lads. No,
it's just for Sydney. It's just a delete. That's just what it is. Yep.
Yep, couldn't agree more. We'll quickly run through them. Willem Drew, 163 Supercoach points, 32 disposals, run all
Not
over him,
relevant.
best game of his career.
Yep.
Bang of a game, though. Butters, 132, 30 disposals, 8 tackles. Great game. Pickles, Jason Horne-Francis, 124, 27 disposals and a goal. He was good, and he would have absolutely loved this game, Horse, because not once did they have to play a liquor defense. So that's how Horne-Francis loves to play. Rosie, 108, another ton. Beautiful game by him. And Dan Houston, I thought he played such a good game, and he only got 105 Supercoach points because of scaling. Bullshit. He had 24, 12 marks and 2 goals, Horse. That's a ripping game.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thanks for joining us, Jamar. Thanks for subbing up too, brother. We'll get into the lines in a little bit, mate. For the Swans, they were just shit house. Errol, 109 Supercoach points, comfortably the top scorer for Sydney, 25 touches. Tried his best, but they just did not fire a shot. Grundy, he's tired. Don't be surprised if you rest this week. 89 Supercoach points, 15 touches, 32 hitouts. Roberts, 85 Supercoach points. Don't really rate that down back. The ball was down there a shit ton. Chad Warner, Mr. and Mrs. Bleached, 79 Supercoach points. Heaney, 75 Supercoach points. He's been down since he had that suspension a couple of weeks ago. And overall, that was just fucking yuck from the Swans, mate.
Yeah. Do you remember like earlier in this year when we said Heaney had the Brownlow wrapped up and me and you were sitting there going, I don't think so. And then we started betting on every single other player in the AFL. Look at that now. Heaney's not even in the top 5. It's complete downhill. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But what wasn't yuck, Horse, ended up being the ending to Pendle's 400th game, Horse.
That was nuts too, wasn't it?
Collingwood versus Carlton, and the Pies hold on to win 84-81. What did you see and what did you like out of it, Horse?
It was a good game. Really good game. Carlton came back really hard, but realistically, they should have won this by 5 or 6 goals. They just kicked themselves out of it early on. And it wasn't until De Goey did his pig string, which we'll get into later, that they started to get a bit of a run on. So I still don't think Collingwood play finals, but good game and a fitting end to Pendle's 400. So Dacos only 101 Supercoach points in this game for them. Hewitt did a number on him most of the game. He'll bounce back. There wasn't really anyone else for the Pies, was there?
Nah, I mean, that was pretty much about it. I can't believe that they didn't go to Dacos immediately and put pressure on him with Chincotta. I mean, they said afterwards, maybe it wasn't a great idea to let Dacos get out. Yeah, no shit. He did the same thing last time. Put Chincotta onto him. So they decided to light tag with Hewitt. I mean, Hewitt played really, really well, but so did Dacos. I don't know. But, Horse, your man, you called it. I called it. Insight Fantasy Sports called it. Nick bloody Newman. How good's that? 144 Supercoach points. We know that he loves playing the Pies, and he's done it again. This is why you tune into us. 34 disposals, 12 marks. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, he was pretty much the reason why I won my league with Kerno shitting the bed. So 34 touches, 12 marks. Just played a roll off halfback, and he's got 2 juicy matchups on the run home too. So if you can get him, I would grab him because he's looking, not saying he's going to go 144 each week, but I expect him to average 120 for the run home. Cripps, 125, tried his best, but wasn't quite enough. He needs more help. 30 touches, was incredible again. Walsh, 108 Supercoach points. He had 30 touches and 6 tackles as well. Fuck me, Kerno was shit.
Oh my God, horrible. Darcy Moore has been really down as of late, Horse. He shit on Kerno to like that game. He was absolutely nowhere. But also too, in fairness, the Blues players coming out of the midfield have to stop trying to bomb it on him and Harry's head. Put it out in front of the man. Like, I know he's got a good leap and he's unbelievably good when ball hits ground too, but give him a chance and, give him better than a 50-50 chance. That shit me watching some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know, mate, who else is good with balls in their hand?
Oh, it's got to be Ryan from Astute Newstead.
That is Ryan from Astute Newstead. Your rate's above 6.2%. Want to buy a home? Maybe you want to refinance or renovate. Or maybe you just want to save some money like the rest of us. Then reach out to Ryan at Astute Newstead for an obligation and cost-free inquiry. His link tree is in the description below. The trees are in the chat. Now,
Horse, if you're doing the sponsor read from Ryan from Astute Newstead, that must mean that we must be looking at the GWS Giants game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Has he done it again?
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Winnie Blues?
He did it again. But you know what? He didn't just go 110 or 120 now. 153 for Winnie Blues.
Stop it.
37 touches, another massive game, and he is now priced at about 640,000, mate.
Yep. No, mate, he's fantastic. And he looked so good in this game as well. I know a lot of cheap kicks. Don't care. He was damaging with some of those kicks too. So bloody oath. Well done there to Winnie Blues. Lockie Whitfield. Tom Green, pretty good game horse. And this is kind of the backtrack from what we normally see from Tom Green. He had 119 Supercoach points. Yes, he did kick the game-winning goal, bumped him up a shitload. Don't care. Still would have been roughly around 95, but he only had 25 disposals. So the disposal is getting more impactful and better, which is what we like to see.
Yeah, I'd rather him have 10 less touches, but be better efficiency-wise with the pills. So we love that. Toby Green, our man Corey Blackledge's man, 101 Supercoach points from 3 goals and 17 touches. He's been really solid as well. And Peatling, he was good as well. 96 Supercoach points, 17 touches, 10 tackles. But Cogs is back this week from what we're hearing. So
he looks bloody good when Cogs and Kelly don't play. So that must be nice for the Giants to have that up their sleeve. Bloody hell. Also, too, the Fonty, he could become the first player in Giants history to start his career 6-0.
Wow.
You know who they've got this week, Horse?
Who have they got?
The Brisbane Lions. He's not doing it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, every good team has a down game before finals, though.
That's very, very true.
Where are they playing?
Don't know, but Brisbane are absolutely on a roll right now.
Yep.
You can't go about it. Horse, quickly. Orazio Fantasia, is he a buy?
It depends. Do you consider Campbell Chesser a buy?
Yes.
Well, then yes. Orazio Fantasia. And no one want me to talk about Orazio's cousin, Massimo D'Ambrosio, for the Hawthorn Football Club. The pizza, pasta, wine, driving the really fast macchina to Nonna's house for a pasta, sit down, have a little bit of vino, watch the soccer, Sampdoria and AC Milan play with the soccer ball or the football. And now we're talking Hawthorn Footy Club. They lost.
Yep, they lost. Geez, the reverse of what happened last game, Horse, when Giants played the Hawks.
Yeah.
The Giants were the ones that came over the top. But still, Mass, amazing game. 22 disposals, 2 goals. He's just been on fire. Horse, by the way, the Giants do play the Lions at the Gabba, says Jamar. So that will be an absolute ripper. And Ian, so that is good. Our man, Lloyd Meek, 109 Supercoach points, 42 hit-outs, Horse. He is an absolute hit-out machine. That's him dominating Briggs.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive for Lloyd Meek. I'm loving what he's doing.
Yep, absolutely, mate. Dylan Moore, 19 touches and a goal, 94 Supercoach points. That's fine. He's a top 6 forward this year. And Carlos Amon, 131 Supercoach points, 30 touches, 9 marks. And was probably best on for me. So that's about it for the Hawthorn Footy Club, mate. We're going to move into Flag Taunt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Versus Flag Mantle. I couldn't really lose in this one because we've adopted Fremantle here. And the Bombers were shot 25 touches down last quarter. And something happened, mate.
Mm-hmm. Sam Durham.
Durham. Yep.
Yeah, I love Sammy Durham. He was amazing. Got to give hats off there. I think... when you guys were down 25 points in that last quarter, I think every single Essendon supporter in Australia all breathed a sigh of relief and went, thank God we don't have to watch this crap anymore for the rest of the year. The shit's over. And then now all I'm hearing is flag dons.
We'll get let down again next week. Don't worry about
No,
it.
you've got the Suns away from home. There's no way you can lose.
The Suns can't keep losing away from home.
The
Skiddy.
Suns can't win away from home, Horse. It's book it in.
Skiddy, we've got merit to talk about Caldwell, Martin, and Parrish. But there's one bloke I want to bring up that for the Supercoach community, if you need to do a downgrade now that it's finals time in your Supercoach leagues, and you need a playing rookie, I want you to go out and grab Archie Roberts, 117K defender, and he'll play the rest of the year. He was really, really good. 18 touches. Yeah, he only got 48 or something Supercoach points. But with with Dersma going down with a hamstring and he's done for the year, Roberts will play wing for the rest of the year. And I anticipate that he is going to be a mainstay of the Essendon Footy Club for a long time to come. He looked really good. He's not Durham or anything like Durham yet, but there's signs that he was sticking his head over the pill. He was doing the hard little things. He uses the ball all right. I really like the look of him, mate.
Yep, I 100% agree with you, mate. I thought his ability in that forward pocket as well in the first passage of the game as well, just to put his head over the ball and really attack it. Absolutely love that from him. So I like that. Same old for the Essendon players, in all honesty, Horse. Merritt was amazing, as always. I really liked what he did. Caldwell, he was absolutely awesome. And he's been fantastic for our forwards. Really, really liked what he was able to do. 32 and 6 tackles as well. Beautiful Horse. Nicky Martin, still going all right. And I don't understand it, but he's still kicking goals. It's got me stuffed.
Yep. How many games has he scored under 90 this year, Skiddy?
I think it's only been 4 games this year, Horse. He's gone under 90 Supercoach points. So he's been bloody good if you held him from the start.
Yep, absolutely, mate. And Darcy Parish, 106 Supercoach points at 486K.
Yep.
Could you?
No.
But
that's a good return for Darcy. He hasn't played that well in a long, long time. So good on him.
No.
Like to see him back.
What about for Freo, mate? Andy Brayshaw. He's been nuts
holy
lately.
shit. Horse, he has a 3-round average of 137. I think he has a 5-round average of like 123 after another 137 versus the Bombers. 33 disposals. Mate, he has been on fire as of late.
Yep. He's been awesome, mate. Awesome. Lukey Ryan got back into his old ways, 126 Supercoach points, 30 touches. And Clark, 111 Supercoach points, 29 touches. But Essendon do give up a few points to halfbacks, and they clearly pushed their zone further back to the ground, which allowed them to sort of play kick to kick a little bit.
It did work for a while as well.
Yeah. The only thing I like about these low scores from Sarong is that he's going to be cheap for us to start with him next year. 102 Supercoach points. He's barely averaged over 100 for the past 7 weeks. He's only going to be at about 540 next year for us to go and grab him. So I really like the way he goes about it. Really, really, I'm a big fan. But someone I'm just as big a fan on, and it's not just Cam Young in the chat, mate. It's Hayden Young. This guy is unbelievable.
Mate, how about this for a stat, ladies and gentlemen? Hayden Young, right now, he's the number 1 rated player according to Champion data in the last 7 weeks. Number 1, Hayden Young. That is outstanding work by him for someone that's playing half back into midfield secondary role behind Fife. He was fantastic again here. 27, 7 tackles, 2 goals. And he mate, what else do you want to say? Number 1, apparently, at the moment. So that's just how we do it. I just saw this one as well, Horse, just quickly. Deadly did say that he loved how Draper was doing on the weekend. I agree for certain points in the game. I feel like he's around work needs a little bit of work. Disposal obviously needs a lot of work, but his ruck contest and his ability to put pressure in the air, I thought was really, really solid. And he pretty much was one of the defining factors that Essendon won that game.
If you remember early in the year, Essendon, one of the main reasons, why Essendon jumped off to that start is because of how well Goldstein and Draper were working together. And Essendon have lost that ruck craft for probably the last 7 or 8 weeks. Yep. Between him and Brian, this is the best I've seen our midfield and rucks work together in probably 2 months. Yep. So, Mr. Scott, coach of Essendon Footy Club, you have a habit of changing things when things are working. I'm looking straight down the barrel at you right now. Don't fucking change it. Leave Brian in. Let him and Draper just tandem with the ruck for the rest of the year, and you will see good things, not just for this year, but for years to come. Leave them alone. Yours sincerely, the Horse. Thank you.
I like that from your Horse. And I think everyone's kind of underselling how big this win actually was. I know everyone just goes, it's Freo away from home. Freo were almost second if they won this game. They've been dominating teams. They've been outrunning teams, and especially out of the midfield. And Essendon really showed that they played really well in this game, midfield out.
Since round 10, Fremantle are number 1 for scores off turnovers and points, the least amount of points conceded off turnovers.
Wow, Horse, how about this for a stat? I mean, deadly. Goldie beat his ruck matchup 46-2 in the VFL. Well, from being the best tap ruckman in the history of the AFL, I would agree, and I would hope Goldie would do that in the VFL. Horse, let's move along. St Kilda, they turned up more than Sydney did, but they were still shit. And they got belted by the Lions at Marvel. Lions win 124-39. That was a belting and a half. Saints, Sinclair was awesome. 142 Supercoach points, Horse. 30 disposals, 8 tackles. Love that. Rowan Marshall had a pretty bloody good game, especially against Big O. 126 Supercoach points, 17 disposals, 7 tackles, 2 goals, but only 18 hitouts. I'm going to say it here, Horse. Oscar McInerney is one of the best tap ruckmen in the AFL, and I think it's only behind him and Gawn.
He's pretty good.
And he gets no recognition whatsoever.
No, he doesn't. The Wang, get your Wangs out. 93 at Marvel is okay, but we'll take that. 23 touches, and the Saints are at Marvel again this week. You wouldn't read about it.
They're good.
Our man, the Pooh, Philippou, 85 in his return. He's going to be one of the first picked if he's got mid-forward eligibility next year in my Supercoach team, mate.
Yep, I couldn't agree more there, mate. I'm very much looking forward to the Pooh next year. Brisbane, it's a merry-go-round, isn't it, Horse?
Yeah, it is at Brisbane, mate. You're right. So before this game, there was a late out. Hipwood was removed when they were doing the warm-ups due to I think it was a hip or a groin complaint.
Yeah.
And they brought in the sandwich maker, Bruce Revel, the toaster. From what I'm reading, they're anticipating that Hipwood will be back this week.
Yep, I have also heard the same thing, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think he'll be back because considering it's against the Giants. But as I was saying, Brisbane merry-go-round of midfielders, and one thing that we know, it's never going to be Lachie Neale. That's going to be the one that's down from these midfielders as long as he's not getting tagged. No tag, 33 disposals, 103 Supercoach points. Love to see that, Horse. But it was Hugh McCluggage that really stepped up. 116 Supercoach points, 28 disposals, and a goal. He was bloody on. But when we talk about the Brisbane carousel, Horse, that means one of them has to be down, and that was Josh Dunkley today. He only had 20 disposals, 80 Supercoach points. It's just how it goes. But it is what it is.
Yep. Rayner, 99 Supercoach points, 22 touches, 3 goals. He's got a 3-round average of 110. For a forward, that's awesome. We loved it. And he's been playing really good footy. Zorko, 96 Supercoach points, 26 touches. The ball was down the other end of the ground a lot more, though, so he was not going to score that well. And Jamal, I see you in the chat. There is no chance that Hipwood goes back to defence, mate. He is a forward through and through.
That's only the only reason he went to defence was out of complete necessity because Harris Andrews was out and all the other Brisbane tall defenders were out, and he was the only logical person that was going to be able to play tall defence. If they didn't have 3 guys out, he would have played forward easily.
No worries.
And Danaher won't play. Danaher will not play back. It'll be Hipwood first, then Danaher.
There's more of a chance of Danaher licking the goalpost than him playing defence.
Oh, yeah, 100%. No way is he going to do that.
Nuh-uh. No way. Nuh-uh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for our games. What we're going to do, for those of you that are first-time watchers, listeners, subscribers, is that we get into hot guys, cold guys, and get into a bit of an injury list so you know exactly what's going on around the league. So, hot guys. This is why I'm hot. All right, mate. And just for our man Cameron Young in the chat, let us lead this off with his man, the bloke that you beat in the under-14s grand final and gave an absolute bath to, Marcus Bontempelli.
Mate, unbelievable again. The natural Bontempelli, 33, 2 goals, unbelievable. Yep, 182 Supercoach points. Good enough for squeeze of the week as well, Horse. Bloody hell, he's good. Tristan Cherry, 144 Supercoach points against Nank as well. Huge. Love that. 20 disposals, 10 tackles, 45 hitouts. He is the number 1 rated ruckman for tackles this year, and I'm pretty sure he's 3rd overall. So that's bloody good by Tristan Cherry. Adam Treloar horse. I mean, God, he just keeps providing at the moment. 149 Supercoach points in his 250th. Great game. 30 disposals again. That's his 101st for his career. 2 cheeky goals as well. Yeah, love that. Love the.
Did you just say 131 times he's gone over 30 touches in 250 games?
No, 101 times.
101 times.
Yeah, because last week was when he got 40 last week, that was his 100th time of going over 30 disposals. So this is 101st in 250 games.
That's a phenomenal effort.
Bloody oath it is, isn't it?
Andy Brayshaw from the Fremantle Footy Club now has a 3-round average of 137. And you know what he scored against the Bombers? 137. He has been awesome. 33 touches and just been on fire as of late.
Yeah.
This man is the bloke that I was pumping up on social media all last week. We pumped up on the podcast last Wednesday as well, mate. And that man is Nick Newman. 144 Supercoach points, 34 touches, 12 marks. Just the game was set up for him to succeed with the way Collingwood play. And again, with their last 2 games, who have they got? They got Hawthorn and someone else to finish the year.
Sorry, Carlton, you're talking about?
Yeah. So have they got Hawthorn and West Coast?
And West Coast, correct.
I think he scores well in both those games as well.
I 100% agree, as long as they keep the zone high for the game against West Coast and don't overuse Adam Sard, which they may do. Winnie Blues horse, another one that you're just all over. 153 from 37 disposals. Another absolute massive one. Thank you very much, Ryan from the Student Newstead. You absolute legend. Sinclair, so there we go. Horse gets a couple. I got one. I got a couple. Sinclair, 142 Supercoach points, 30 disposals, 8 tackles. Beautiful work there against the Lions underneath the roof. They are against the roof, under the roof again this week. Horse, which we love to see. And another hot guy, LDU, absolutely took the PI 55 out of the Tigers, and I have absolutely no trouble about that. 33 disposals, 3 goals, 141 Supercoach points, horse. Ripping game, and absolutely love to see that. Also, too, that was one of the worst shots on goal I've ever seen from LDU.
The one that floated every which way but the right way.
Yeah. The one that rolled off of his knee, down his shin, then flinged it off his foot, and it still somehow went through. Could not believe it.
That was terrible, wasn't it?
Oh, I watched it. I was like, what is that flying saucer of a shit? Unbelievable. Let's get into some cold guys, horse.
Yeah, there's a few cold guys out there as well, isn't there, mate?
Couple of cold guys, and like I don't mind when they have a game where they're just cold because, you know, maybe they're carrying a bit of an injury or, you know, it's just not their game because of system-wise or something like that. What I don't like is when it's players that just don't give a shit. And that's exactly what Shai Bolton did against North. He had 58 Supercoach points, 12 disposals. Mate, he looked so uninterested, couldn't have given a crap. He kicked a goal, but that was at the start of the quarter and then just went back to sleep afterwards. And I was just like, whatever. So we'll put Shai Bolton on the cold guys list. That was crap. Jackie Milkshake, 3 disposals, 16 Supercoach points. Just quiet as all hell, horse.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's playing a role down there, but you need to be better, Jakey. Come on, mate.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
You know who else is bad? And this is probably the first time he's ever been on this list, but Mr. Viney, Jack Viney from the Melbourne Footy Club, 13 touches, 38 Supercoach points. That's bloody ordinary from someone of his caliber.
I could not agree more there, mate. It needs to be way, way better than that. And it just was indicative of how much the Bulldogs belted them out of the midfield, even though they have Max Gawn. But whatever. Quainer, 4 touches. I know he was there for a lockdown role, but, you know, surely he was able to get out a bit more than that, horse. But, you know, just 4 touches, 25 Supercoach points. Don't like that.
In 83% time on ground. Yuck.
Yeah, not great. How many Sydney Swans players do you want to put on this list?
Everyone.
Yep, fair enough.
Yep. Harvey Thomas, 5 touches, 18 Supercoach points. Be better.
Yuck. Don't like that.
Do you know who else was worse?
Who's that?
Oh, you hear Hawthorn players or supporters go, he's the wizard.
Oh,
he's
the wizard.
I am banging Nick Watson on here. He had 4 touches and 3 of them came from free kicks.
Yep. That's
not going to cut it here, dog.
That's Jack Ginnivan's protege right there, horse for you. That's the mantle, how it goes. Fair enough. And Jack Higgins, Horse. 4
It is
touches,
Jack Higgins. Yeah.
0 goals, 25 Supercoach points. Horse.
We're having a bit of a laugh here, ladies and gentlemen, because I've put Sean Higgins in here.
My mind had to go through it. I was like, no, he played for Northern Geelong. What the fuck?
Yeah, he did.
About? So, and I'm like, what player played shit with the first name Sean or last name Higgins? Jack Higgins, yeah. In fairness to him, it's pretty hard to play a good game as a forward when the ball never goddamn comes down there. So It is what it is. But, after the Coal Guys Horse, we may have to get on to some injury targets, which is what we hate to see. Yeah, Horse. A bloody oath it is. I love to say it. But the injury report, let's crack into him. Libba, sore right ankle. That's why he was subbed against the D's. I don't think it's too much to worry about. They were up a shitload when he did get subbed out, Horse.
Yep. And we should have mentioned before that our injury report is brought to you by our man Deadly in the Discord. Oh, yeah. He does God's work in the Discord. He goes through and filters through every team's injury report and provides it to us boys here in the Insight Fantasy Sports chat. So to you, Deadly, you are a fucking legend. We love you.
Also, too, I'd just like to see a little bit of support for Deadly during the injury report as well. So when the injury report comes out, you know that emoji that's the skull and crossbones?
Yep, let's throw that in the chat.
Deadly. Yep, just for a bit of respect for Deadly and the beautiful work that he's done. I've even got the Deadly on my arm. So good on me. Carry on.
Frothy's May. I think he's broken his ribs again, mate.
Oh, poor Frothies. Yeah, that's a big hit for the D's. And Dan Turner, Disco Turner comes on. So, it is what it is. Unfortunately for Frothy's May, D's are already out anyway. Harry Edwards subbed off due to a HIA horse.
Yeah, he was, and he's looking to come back to Victoria too, by all reports. So he will miss this week. Oscar Allen also hurt his finger against Gold Coast, having scans, whether he had them today or he's having them tomorrow to work out the extent of the injury, but nothing yet. Ben King as well copped a head knock in this game. Unsure, he may do the Harry Mackay and he'll be fine, then get pulled out just before the Essendon game this week. So watch this space there. As our good friend, the Supercoach Hawk, would say. Yeah. Dylan Stevens, mate, from the North Melbourne Footy Club, hurt himself.
Yeah, hurt his ankle against the Tigers and was subbed up during the third quarter. Scans to come. I didn't see a whole lot of it because I was obviously in the stands. So I didn't hear much about it, but I'll keep the ear to the ground and see if we can hear anything more from Stevens. If Stevens is no good to go, Jaden Stevenson will be the winger that will replace his role. Steely Green, he was subbed off in the third with an ankle complaint. Haven't heard much about that one either. I guess we'll continue to go. But Sam de Koning is one that we know about, Horse. Strap knee and then hurt his knee during the third against the Crom. Subbed off immediately, which is a little bit of a worry to see.
Yeah.
But Chris Scott said he could have played the rest of the game and he'll be fine. I'm not so sure.
No, I think he takes a week off.
Yeah.
I think he's got a week off on him. Jordan De Goey has done a hamstring tendon, so he's done for the year. Those injuries normally take 12 to 14 weeks. Adam Chera from the Carlton Footy Club has done his 5th hamstring in the last 18 months.
Bloody hell. Poor bastard, man.
Yep.
Poor bastard.
Charlie Curnow, he hurt his ankle. Actually, no, he didn't. He's just shit. Matt Corral hurt his shoulder in the second quarter and missed the rest of the game also. Scans to come to detail the extent of the injury.
That one didn't look overly great, but hopefully Cottrell can keep going because he's a battering ram when he wanted to be. And Eric Hipwood didn't play. He was pulled from the game late with the groin injury versus Saints. I think he should be okay after that, Horse. Don't have to be worried about that. And Griffin Logue has now done for the season for North. He has been booked in for wrist reconstruction, was pretty much planned. So hopefully all the best there to Griff Logue, Horse. Georgie Wardlaw, he could miss one more week with his second concussion inside of a month. George, stop putting I love how you're attacking the ball, but mate, we got to find this a little bit more cautiously because we can't keep having you missing games due to concussion, especially midweek.
That's right. Xavier Dersma, he's done a pig string. Looks like he's done for 3 or 4 weeks, which could potentially be season ending for Mr. Dersma, the brother-in-law of Harley Reid. Hopefully gets him across the Essendon Footy Club. And
to Zane Dersma, and it comes to North.
Not a chance.
They're big chance.
Now, normally we put just AFL players in the injury report, mate. But I'm going to do something special tonight. And two of our good friends in the Discord and people who tune in all the time to our podcast, Us and Dragon and Phil, they are mad Sydney supporters, and their pride has been damaged this week.
Oh, no. What do you recommend for that, Dr. Horse?
Oh, look, it could be hospitalisation. They may need a couple of Denzel Frothingtons to get over the game. And they're 50-50 to get up for this game. So for those of you that are in the Discord, look forward to Phil's voice notes to see. Oh, and Ian Johnson. Oh, he's yep. So we got 3 in the Discord, mad Sydney supporters.
I think I can speak for the rest of the Discord though when I do say to all the Sydney supporters, you're playing Collingwood next week. Go Swans.
Yep, absolutely. We are all on the Swans bandwagon. So hopefully you boys can get up for that game. Now, our man Deadly, not just with an injury report, but he goes right into Deadly goes into a bit more depth, not just with the injury report, but he goes and has a look at all the VFL stats, figures, and goes watch some game time. And we got some news regarding some VFL players that may come in.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for some news from around the league.
Love that.
Mate, there were 2 Western Bulldogs players that may or may not make their way straight back in, given the way the Western Bulldogs have been playing of late.
Mm-hmm.
One, Riley Sanders. So he had 39 touches, 15 contested, 7 clearances, 7 inside 50s, and 3 goal assists.
Yep. Love that.
43 touches, 18 contested, 10 clearances, 9 inside 50s, 6 goal assists.
Not bad. They're the stats that you want to be seeing from your AFL players that are looking to come back into the team, as well as these 2 Essendon boys. Will Setterfield, 43 disposals, amazing. 4 goal assists, 8 clearances, 14 contested. Absolutely love to see that. That's at 83% as well on 43 disposals.
15 scoring involvements.
Love that from Setterfield. Ben Hobbs, 1 goal, 34 disposals, 8 tackles, 6 clearances, 13 contested, 2 goal assists, and absolute shithouse in the AFL. But good to see that he can still play well in the VFL. So that's good horse.
Yep. Finn McGuinness, 2 goals, 32 touches, 5 goals, assists, 10 inside 50s, and 9 score involvements. And our weekly Campbell Chesser update.
Hey!
He had 23 touches at 60% disposal efficiency, 1 goal assist, and surprise, surprise, he's still shit.
No, he's not, because that is improvement. 23 disposals is better than 16 like he had last week. So, horse, that is improving. That's good.
Yeah, it's because he went back to play against the under-12s, mate.
Fine. Get him some confidence back. Everyone needs a bit of confidence here and there. That's fine. Even the best players need to. How many VFL games did Gary Ablett play?
I don't know. How many?
0. He was so good.
He was too good.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we get to a point each week where we go through all of our games. We go through the hot and the cold, and then talk about some injuries, which is a bit of a downer. But then we need to get serious from time to time because there's some people in the AFL that think they can just downright get away with some shithousery that's not going to be stood for on this podcast. And as you can see, my learned friend to the right of me has spun his hat backwards. He's getting himself in the zone. I am not holding him back this week, ladies and gentlemen. He is Skiddy, and this is Cone of the Week.
Oh, horse. My favorite time of the week, but it's also the time of the week that is necessary, horse, because some people need to be coned to be better because they have been shit. It's just what's happened. Horse, Jesse Motlop. That is absolute atrocious, horse. Blues kicked 3 goals, 10, and Motlop decides to miss from 15 meters out directly in front. Badly. That is shocking, Jesse. You're a forward. You're meant to be better than that. I've got a small one, horse. I feel bad for Mitch McGovern, right? But he was the guy that was thrown into that spot. So Mitch McGovern, you can't be doing a Logan McDonald and miss everything in that situation. At least a point. That's what we need to see, Horse. Shy Bolton's effort is dog shit. I never want to see that from a player at AFL level. I hated that. He was horrible. A couple of crapes that I need to give out. Isaac Quainer, good defensive effort, but you need to be more attacking than that. That was shit. You need to be moving off and playing a little bit better than that. Harvey Thomas, 5 touches. No. Shit house. Come on, you're better than that, Harvey. Nick the Wizard Watson, Horse. I know this one brought you a lot of joy. One touch that wasn't a free kick for a game of football. Come on, Wizard. That is absolute shit house. Put a spell together and show that you can play some bloody hard-nosed football and get the pill. That is crap. Jack Higgins, move up the ground, mate, and try and get yourself involved in a contest because the ball's not coming down playing for St Kilda, all right? So just pack up your shit and just, come on. You're better than that. Horse. Slight cone to that bloody pole vaulter from the Olympics. Mate, stop being a show-off. Tuck your cock in when you're going over the bar and you may have won a medal because 2 decisions he made, Horse. He could have either tried to go out there and promote his OnlyFans or he could have won gold and he decided the OnlyFans route. That's weak as piss. Be better, mate. Tuck your cock in. But cone of the week this week, Horse. Not 1 player. Not 2 players.
Not 2.
Not 3 players. Not even the players. The whole Sydney Swans team, Horse, gets cone of the week. What the fuck was that shit? 70-0, Horse. 7-0.
Wow.
That's
phenomenal.
That's what they pulled up against Port Adelaide. That was absolutely atrocious. That's not even a thing of where they can be like, oh, look, they're coming into finals. They just had a down week. They just gave 0 effort. You know it's bad when Horse comes out. Horse Longmire comes out and said, that was shit. I hated every second of that. As a Sydney supporter, you would be absolutely filthy because it's just not a down week. That's just a commitment and an effort thing that not one player on that team gave 1 single ounce of shit that game. Weak as piss, Sydney. Be better.
100%. And Ian Johnson, they didn't win the second half, mate, because it was 89-10 at halftime. That's a 79-point margin. They lost by 112 points.
Shit house.
And Michael Higginson, you're absolutely right. The Swans hit less targets than the Turkish shooter at the Olympics.
Hey, that man is elite. All right, I'm a big fan of that man. But Horse, that shit house. I'm hating. I hated everything that Sydney did. Buy my merch. Weak as piss. Oh yeah, did I say buy my merch as well? Cool, beautiful. Yeah. Crack on.
I don't know what's going on back there, but anyway. Question time?
Yeah, please.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
Phil's going to be pretty angry with me about that one, but he just has to remember, I do not do that to insult your team. I do that
to motivate.
To put a rocket up their ass and motivate them. So you're welcome, Sydney supporters. You're welcome.
And yes, I did shape before the show. I'm glad you noticed.
And you look gorgeous too.
Thank you. Glory, hey, legends, lost my league by 17. Do you know what, though? He sent me his team and he's finished 33,000th overall so far. Since joining with us and jumping in the Discord and us helping him with his team, he has gone up nearly 30,000 spots in 3 months.
Shit hot. Absolutely love to see that. Yeah. That's our man, Corey. Attaboy, mate.
And he can't wait to buy a Weakest Piss Be Better hoodie to wear when he comes to the game. I was just looking at the AFL website. They still have not released when those games are.
You're kidding. In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, there's nothing.
Oh, my God. And they still haven't released the Weakest Piss Be Better merch. Unbelievable. I thought they'd be in the AFL store by now, Horse.
Should be. Cone of the Week guest should get an item from the store. No, it's too easy.
No, everyone knows who I'm going to code. Oh, yeah. Some people know who I'm going to code. It's pretty obvious. I mean, we just have a look at who did shit.
Skiddy, do you have any jumpers with you? Ian wants a jumper to take to the footy in round 24.
Of what my Weakest Piss Be Better?
Yes.
No, I don't have any extra ones. I do have to do an order at some point, but they take ages to get.
We might be able to get something quick in if we sort it out.
Yep, if we pressure the bloody people that make them.
Yeah.
It took ages last time.
Corey Blackledge, Bont against Adelaide will be my C again, probably, mate.
Yep, I love that.
And you know how we spoke about Bont being the best Supercoach player and the only player to rival him would be Deadly on the basketball court?
That's correct.
He's averaging 4 points a game this year. Somebody stop me.
That's not
By the
bad.
sounds of that, Deadly, the automatic doors at the front might be the first thing that stops you from getting into the game.
He's 3 points behind me this year, Horse. I'll tell you that one.
Bont for the Brownlow, probably. Like he's top 5.
I think he's top 5. I still have Nick Dacos in front, and I think Dacos got 1 vote or maybe 2 that game against Carlton. I don't think he deserved votes in that game, but I think the umpires will think that, considering he had 28 disposals and they won.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, William Hill. No, he's not the guy from the app. Yeah, the horse doesn't even mow his own lawns. What a man, Gazza. 150 Supercoach points for the weekend effort. Yes, my old man bought up the ride-on lawnmower and he did the lawns for me.
Horse!
Yeah.
No. That is un-Australian.
I was out for my son's birthday and he volunteered to bring up the ride-on lawnmower. And yeah.
Did you or did you not have a beer with him afterwards and appreciate the fine work that he did on the lawn?
We went out and got some seafood, mate. We cooked it here at home, yes. So William Hill, his mum also brought over a big tub of snag rolls as well, homemade snag rolls. And we've punished them as well. So thank you very much, Wilby.
Yeah.
Never heard Duggan more times than on Friday.
Yeah, he had a good one there.
We've got to mention Harley Reid on the injury report. Shouldn't miss any weeks, but did dislocate his finger twice.
Did too. Yeah, Kobe Bryant it and got it popped back in like immediately. It was awesome.
The last quarter, 70-point quarter by McGovern. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good comeback win, in fairness.
I think Braino's stuttering. Don't know what that is.
Braino knows exactly what he's talking about. That's Flag Roos, and he is the mastermind behind it all. So everyone should know how good Braino is, and he knows how good the Roos are. So just easy play.
What else we got? Jasper, any danger of the Swans losing top spot? Big danger.
Yeah, I think there is. I think that's a fair danger. What they got Collingwood this week.
And then
they got the Bombers
in Melbourne.
Yep.
I reckon Essendon beat them in Melbourne too.
I think so too, mate. And then I think Essendon will make finals. And then they got Adelaide in Sydney. So that's I think there is a chance that Swans
Essendon have to win this week against Gold Coast and then beat Sydney and not get smashed by too much. Actually, it doesn't matter. Our percentage is shit anyway.
Yeah, it's horrible. You need to you have to win 2 of the next 3 and hope Carlton and the Dogs lose without Hawthorn also playing well or Collingwood.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of things got to go our way. Jamar, thanks for subbing up, mate. Are the Brisbane Lions a chance to win the premiership? Well, my money went on them about 6 weeks ago, mate, when they're at $13. Yep.
Also mine too, mate. I was riding them after they got that after they got the little booster of a win. So right now, my favourites to win the flag are the Lions and the Dogs, purely based on form alone.
Yep.
I won't count out Collingwood yet, and I won't count out Sydney yet. But they're my main ones.
Yep. Our man Cam, Bond, the GOAT.
Yep. Congratulations.
Me and Rowan and Xerri next year. Probably not. I reckon Xerri for me, and I reckon Gawn's going to be cheap because he's only going to average 100, 110 from here on in. So I might go cheaper Gawn.
That's if he plays. But yeah, I'm thinking probably Cherry and Gawn would probably be the ways to go, I would say, yeah.
When we're talking Brisbane, mate, you want something hot off the Breville? Our merch. Mm-hmm. Buy it.
Buy it. Definitely buy it.
And I think Kenyan's talking about you.
Sorry.
The GOAT.
No, he's talking about you, Horse.
No.
Your GOAT things.
No. LDU. If he can keep kicking 3 goals a game, Skiddy, it'll keep our man Nick Higginson happy.
There you go. I'll be absolutely ecstatic if LDU can keep up going 33 and 3 goals in a game. I think everyone would be pretty bloody happy with that.
Yeah, how's this for a stat, mate? Sydney lost by 112 on the weekend, but North still haven't lost by a ton this year, which means North are better than Sydney.
What I also say, Horse, this year, Richmond beat Sydney. North beat Richmond. North are better than Sydney. It's just quick, easy maths, Horse. That's what it is.
Jasper, that's an elite cone, Skiddy.
Oh, Anything for you boys. Anything for you boys. I've got to do it.
G'day, Rye. How are you, mate?
Yeah, right.
Who would you recommend I trade Horn Francis to? Half a can of Pepsi Max and a packet of chicken chips.
Someone that actually likes to play defense in any way, shape, or form and doesn't give up immediately.
Zorko, Caldwell, Rankin, probably not Heaney at the moment. Flanders.
All those guys are forward.
I'd even go down into Philippou this week.
Okay, yep, I can see that. If you're looking for a backman, still like Nick Newman coming on the way home. Winnie Blues is probably a little bit too expensive at the moment, but there'll be guys that you'll be able to get from the midfield wise as well. You can still Tom Green's probably still around the mark there as well. Horse.
Caleb Sarong's cheap.
Caleb Sarong. I mean, Andy Brayshaw's now probably rising up the ranks, probably a little bit too much, but we'll dig into on Wednesday's show, mate, and we will definitely have a look at who we can get in for Horn Francis for you.
For sure, mate. I'll just duck back in and see whether there's anything I've missed here. Oh, our man's got flights booked.
Oh, fuck yes.
Love that. For those of you that don't know yet, Skiddy and I are getting a crew together and we're on our way to the footy in round 24. It will be more than likely on a Saturday. And we're just, the AFL haven't released the game, but
Richmond versus Gold Coast.
Richmond versus Gold Coast. And we're going to be there. We're going to be having a few beers. And we encourage anyone that is a part of the chat, anyone that's a part of the Discord, anyone that enjoys footy to come along and have a beer with us. That's all we ask. Come talk some shit about the footy. We're pretty personable blokes. We're a community that all get along. So if you got the afternoon off, you got the day off, you got the weekend off, come down to Melbourne, sink a few frothies with us, talk some shit. Happy days.
Bloody oath. Absolutely, mate. We can't wait for that as well. And also, too, don't forget about our Brownlow show on Brownlow night as well, Horse, where
September
we get
23rd, yeah.
Thank you. Where Horse and I will be going live for the Brownlow, and we'll do a couple of frothies. Suited up, absolutely, to the nine. And we'll get a lot of special guests on. I think we have about 10 or so lined up at the moment, Horse.
We do. I don't want to give too much away, but there may be an ex-AFL Premiership player who will be joining us that evening.
Couple of Supercoach Twitter stars, some big Instagram guys as well. So as long as they can match our intensity and our ball winning ability, Horse, I think they'll be right.
Hope so. Deadly's like the 8th option on his team. How? He should be top 3. Should be captain.
Bloody oath. You would assume so, wouldn't you?
Hang on. Sorry, before you go into that one, Deadly's going to go have a quick look at the tennis for a bet right now.
Beautiful. Please put that in the punters club section of the Discord. He's got one here. Brandon Nakashima.
Montreal versus Ashland Kruger 2-0 in Toronto. 190 all up. Should be stupidly free.
Beautiful. Love that. That is straight into the punters club. Thank you very much, Deadly. That sounds pretty good to me, Horse. Cam, right back at you, big fella.
Thank you. Ian Johnson's got his car seat booked for for a long 10-hour drive. Get around.
That sounds like help, but I rate it.
Miller, Bergman, and Miles. Don't forget they aren't brothers. Horse. Okay, he's still a good football player that will add to the North Melbourne Footy Club.
Oh, they're not brothers, or they are brothers?
No, they're not.
Oh, I thought they were. Or they're cousins. Interesting. You Pat.
Jasper, you're right. Deadly should be top 1 of 1.
Bloody oath he should be. He's the man.
Mate, we haven't spoken about our punters club yet. We'll get into that before we knock off for the evening.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Let's go.
Yeah, punters club, ladies and gentlemen, they just do what they got to do. We have Gats in there. We have Darts in there. So basically, Kizza, our punters club president, is the man with it that he will look for bloody good odds of players that are out of position. We were so close on Mac Andrew, Horse. So close on Mac Andrew going forward. With someone, I think Deadly saw the report, but wasn't 100% on it. Didn't want to put it in there. Then we saw it right at the start of the game and could not do it. The betting had closed. So close on that there. But it is what it is. But these are the kind of things that you see from our Punters Club, ladies and gentlemen. We don't mind if you bet $5, $1, $10, $100, whatever you want to bet. That's fine. We just like to throw the slips up, have a bit of banter, be able to talk, to be able to help each other win the bets. And sometimes, look, Horse, I don't even put the bets on the footy games myself. I just like to follow the boys, their multis, and help with them and cheer them home. It gives me a little bit of a boost so I can know that one of my mates is getting happy and having a red hot crack at those things. We did a couple money doublers got up as well, Horse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always bloody good to see. And I think we had one of the Gats got up as well. I think it was Cam Rayner from memory who kicked 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good one there. And as we always say, bet what you can afford, and always Lockie Bramble responsibly.
That's right, mate. I've also got a shout out tonight for Ian Johnson, mate. So Ian has kindly offered up to anyone who is a part of the Insight Fantasy Sports community that if you're interested in part owning, having shares in a greyhound or a horse, then he has a stable or a kennel ready for you. So they've got 3 racing greyhounds available for you to purchase a share in if you wish. There's no stress if you can't, but if you are interested, they are from a very good breed. You can contact Ian Johnson within our Discord and register your interest. The spots won't last long, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're interested in owning a part share of a greyhound, hit up Ian Johnson and he will help you out with all details there. Yep, and you're right. I got up on this one too. Newman 30 plus at $7.50 as well.
Yep, love that. I got. I'm just going to have a quick flex. I hit a $28 horse multi that I tipped for the boys, and then also tipped a $13 winner on to start the day off on Saturday. Had a pretty good one on the horsies.
Bloody oath you did, mate.
Yeah,
bloody oath you did.
Also, too, if you guys haven't seen it, in the dogs one as well, Kizza and Tommy, I think it is, or maybe it's Flag Dons. I can't remember who it is, but some of those boys do some absolute ripping work for the dogs. I look in there and Kizza's just won a bloody. He's won like $1,000 on a Wednesday night on the dogs. And I'm just like, what? How
does that happen?
It's what he does. It's what he does.
Yep. Anything you'd like to pass on, mate, before we knock off for the evening?
Just as I always say, thank you very, very much to our beautiful bastards in the chat. You guys are absolutely hilarious. We always love doing it. Doesn't matter how hard our days are and how bad that some of our days can be. Knowing that we come on here and get to do this for you guys, it makes it all worth it. And you guys are absolutely hilarious, and we absolutely love doing it. And just a big thank you to you too, Horse. You're an absolute gem. I'm sure everyone can agree with me, seeing your face on these nights. Just the light of our lives.
Oh, I wish my missus would say that. But thank you. Just before I say my little bit, Deadly, get a new jump shot, Jake. Horse never change. Okay.
Fucking miss, baby. Did it fucking miss.
I'm green. Before we knock off for the evening, did I ever tell you about my last game of basketball that I played here in Bendigo?
No.
So I got 2 tech fouls and got ejected. So what happened is I got a tech foul. I may or may not have sworn. That's still, that was the first one. But the second one, I had a mate who he was playing defense and he pushed the guy that was dribbling into me, and I went to catch him on the way down. And the umpire thought that I tackled him down to the ground and got an unsportsmanlike tech and then got thrown out. So anyway, this was towards the end of the first half, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do while my mates are playing basketball? And for those of you that know the Bendigo Basketball Stadium, they've got the pokies and the bistro there.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So when I go, put me $20 through more chili, free spins, $150 later, I get to shout the boys beers at the end of the evening, all fun and games. Fuck basketball. Get on the slots. But anyway, what's that?
They're bloody good, that mate. I'll keep you updated with how I go tomorrow night, because I'm guessing it's not going to be great.
Please do. Ladies and gentlemen, before we knock off for the evening, Jake and I are very big advocates for mental health and it being okay to not be okay, and it's not weak to speak. So if you are struggling at home, if you've got some bad thoughts getting within your head, write them down on a piece of paper. Go out and get some fresh air. It's never as bad as it seems, ladies and gentlemen. The most important person on this earth is you. You've got friends here in the Inside Fantasy Sports community. You've got friends at home, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, loved ones. If you want to speak to someone anonymous, my inbox is always open. Jake's inbox is always open. But please, ladies and gentlemen, it is not weak to speak, and it's okay not to be okay. This is Skiddy. I'm the horse. We've only got 6 Supercoach shows left for the year, or 7 if you include our Brownlow show. So
Which
you're not
I
going to
do.
want to miss Wednesday night, because round 2 of finals, if you want to stay in your leagues, you better tune in, because I've got some more crackers in the way of pods that you're going to want in your sides this week. And you're right, Deadly. Go do something that makes you happy. Find your thing, do your thing, sing along, come listen to us beautiful bastards here on the Inside Fantasy Sports podcast.
Bloody
You know
hell.
what? Just be you and be good at it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake and I will see you Wednesday night. Thanks again.